everyone. I am Siti Mastura. I want to thank Zen Builders Central Berhad and Prima Harmony Development Central Berhad for agreeing to this mediation under the AIAC Mediation Rules 2023 and the Mediation Act 2012. We are here to resolve the dispute regarding the Shah Alam Retail Complex. I strongly believe that all the parties had exchanged all the relevant documents such as mediation agreement and all the correspondence, and here we are at the last stage, which is to agree on a settlement. Before we start, I must remind you that this session is strictly confidential and without prejudice. Nothing said here can be used in court if this fails. Now, looking at the directors, Ms. Nur Aisha and Ms. Hazliza, do you both have the full authority to sign a binding settlement agreement today? This is a very essential requirement under Rule 11 of the AIAC Mediation Rules 2023.
Yes, I have full authority. Yes, I do.
Excellent. Our goal is not to decide who is right or wrong, but to find a commercial solution. So let's begin with the initiating party.
Thank you. The issue is very simple. My client ZB has substantially completed the project. However, PhD is still withholding RM2.9 million in progress claims.
It's not just the money. We dealt with 32 architect instructions. So you changed the layout, the mechanical alignment and the finishing. Everything was last minute. We had to rework entire sections. This is why we are late. We cannot work for free.
With respect, the withholding of funds is lawfully justified according to the Contracts Act 1950. We are not paying because the work is defective.
Miss Aisha, it's not just late, it's unsafe. We have waterproofing failures on the upper floors and the tiles in the retail units are popping off. If I pay you 2.9 million now, what guarantee do I have that you will actually fix these messes?
Stay calm, Miss Aisha and Miss Hazliza. Okay, let's pause there. Now I hear the frustration. ZB feels the design changes caused the chaos, and PhD is worried about the quality and the defect. I truly understand the both parties' concern. Now I want to turn to the technical expert, Mr. Faiz. You have reviewed the site and all the documents. So what is the reality on the ground?
Both sides are partially correct. First, regarding the delays, the record shows over 30 AIs were indeed issued. Many were contradictory. This indeed disrupted ZB's schedule. However, regarding the quality, the site inspection in November 2022 confirmed serious waterproofing membrane defects and misaligned electrical conduits. These are not design issues. They are workmanship issues. They must be rectified before the building is safe.
Thank you, Mr. Faiz. Can I take a look on the documents with your permission?
Yes.
Okay, so we have valid AIs causing delay, but we also have valid defects requiring repair. So if we go to arbitration, this will take 2 years or more than that. ZB, you won't see your monies for years, and PhD, your building will sit there leaking. Is that what anyone wants?
No, but we cannot release the monies without the repairs.
And we cannot fund the repairs without cash flow. We are at a deadlock.
I understand. Now let's look at the main interest here. ZB needs cash flow and PhD needs a rectified building. What if we take out a trust out of the equation? I propose we structure a settlement using a stakeholder sum and a neutral certifier.
What do you mean by neutral certifier?
Instead of fighting over whether the work is good enough, you jointly appoint an independent neutral architect. They decide if repair is done and not ZB and not PhD.
And the money?
So PhD deposit the full 2.9 million into ZB's solicitor account within 14 days from the execution of this settlement agreement, but it is held as a stakeholder. You don't get it yet, both parties?
I'm listening.
Alright, so first the ZB solicitor will release the money in tranches. So tranche 1, ZB fixed 30% of the defects, the neutral architect certifies it, then ZB get half of the money. Tranche 2, ZB finish the rest and gets the balance. So, Miss Hasliza, PhD, does that give you a security?
If the money is with the lawyer and not ZB directly, and an independent architect checks the work, yes, that's work for me.
This will guarantee payment if we do the work. It avoids arbitration costs.
Okay, but we need an extension of time. Those 32 AIs cause the delay. You have to waive the liquidated damages.
Okay, if you fix the waterproofing and ties perfectly, fine, we will grant the extension of time and waive the liquidated damages.
Wonderful. We have a deal. I have drafted the settlement agreement based on these terms. I want both the parties to read the specific clauses to ensure we are clear before signing, and I will be reading on behalf of the both parties so both parties can have a look on the documents, and this is legally binding. Alright, so the first clause is on appointment of neutral architect. So you both agree to appoint a neutral architect within 7 days to certify rectification of waterproofing, tiling and grounding. So next clause will be on deposit of sum, where PhD will release 2.9 million to Messrs. Ilham and Associate as stakeholder within 14 days from the execution of this settlement agreement. Third clause will be rectification of work done by ZB, where ZB agreed to rectify all the defects with an extension of time being granted by PhD. And clause 4 will be on release of funds, where Tranche 1 RM 1.45 million released upon certificate of partial rectification, which is 30% of completion. Tranche 2, the remaining 1.45 million will be released upon final certificate of rectification. Is that clear?
Yes.
Alright, so for clause 5, PhD acknowledged that the AIs grants the extension of time and waives all liquidated asset and damages.
The terms are acceptable to us.
How about the directors? Alright, so can we have the directors to sign the agreement followed by the council? Thank you all for your cooperation. This mediation is finally concluded and the agreement is now enforceable under the AIAC Mediation Rules 2023 and the Mediation Act 2012. So both parties are satisfied with the outcome?
Yes.
So if that's the case, we will end here. Thank you.